green flag is up from Matt Riding trackside, and we are underway. And it's Jack DePellegrini that gets a great start and immediately pulls away at the front of the field. See if Caden Wing is able to close that gap. Christopher Puglisi crosses the line third, and he will close that gap over in turn two because DePellegrini just spun that cart out of the race lead. Final time up the back straightaway. Meyer to the outside of Harvey. Harvey slow on the bottom. Here's DePellegrini right to the inside off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is up, and DePellegrini picks up the win over Caden Wing, who will have to settle for second. Green flag is up, and here we go. And it's the outside Hunter Hardwick that gets the jump in that 5X. Going, gone. By the time he gets to turn 2, Rush Moody overdriving turn 2 just a bit, if there is such a thing in these Cub karts, and nearly gets into the outside tire wall. Couple of karts sliding through the infield for second. Rush Moody closing in on Hardwick for the lead. Hardwick out front. Moody to the inside, and Rush Moody takes the top spot away. Off of turn number 4 he comes. Rush Moody, checkered flag, and winner of Tiger Cub feature event number 2. Over Chase Meyer in second. Green flag is up, and we are underway. Cole Sullivan in third. Here comes the 10X. Brantley Wigg to the inside, trying to take the 4th spot away, and does by the time they get to the corner. A couple of karts hooked together deeper in the pack. They include the 24 of Luke DuPont. Relegated him to a starting spot toward the tail end of the Tiger C feature, and now goes around off of turn number 4. So a bad night gets a bit worse with it looks like Chase Meyer. Caution is out. In kart number 10. Battle for second. Buffington goes around again, clips Rivers while racing for 3rd and 4th on the speedway. Good battle for second. Buffington and Rivers right there on your screen. Racing into turn number 1. Luke DuPont, who is off the lead lap, is going to get into Buffington again in turn 2. And is that Andy DuPont that went around? It is on the final lap of the race. She had a 7-second lead. Rivers comes off of turn number 4 to the checkered flag, and Dalton Rivers wins the Tiger C feature. And with that, we go into the green flag. 3 wide for second. Hardwick to the inside of Stady immediately with Jay Sullivan to the outside, and now in for the lead. Jay Sullivan to the point by the time they get to the back straightaway, making the pass on Caleb Hardwick. Mazzoli goes around off of turn 4. And Hardwick, after the yellow, never lifted and got into Jackson Burns over Jay Sullivan, the leader. 27, slow and off the pace here on the front stretch. Here comes Brody Hardwick to the inside. Brody Hardwick on Jay Sullivan for the lead. Made a move but couldn't make it stick on the bottom. Back to the corner. Como on the inside. That kart has just gone a lap down. Sullivan leads into the corner. Jay Sullivan a bit wider. Here comes Brody Hardwick making a run but not close enough. Jay Sullivan picks up the race win. Down to 8. Here in the Tiger A feature. Originally was supposed to be a 10-kart field. Green flag will fly this time, and Hunter Allen will lead the field into turn 1. Sophia Zarnicki in the outside lane will lose a couple of spots by the time they get to the corner. Keith Rocco trying to go 3 wide. That will not work. Thought better of it, but will lose the position to Abby LeMay at the tail end of the pack. Warren Madison going back to the inside. Madison reclaims 3rd. Mysterio out of shape in 2nd while trying to challenge Hunter Allen for the lead. Madison doesn't have enough momentum to take the top spot, at least not yet. In fact, he may get a shove from Keith Rocco Jr. to the top spot. Madison to the inside, Rocco to 2nd. Hunter Allen kicked back to 3rd. Rocco wants the race lead and takes the top spot away at the line. Leads by 32 hundredths of a second over Warren Madison. Nicholas Mysterio still the trouble! Both of the leaders out of shape. Rocco somehow hangs on to it. Warren Madison somehow hangs on to it. Keith Rocco Jr. hangs on to the top spot. Warren Madison in second. Off of turn number 4, Madison is there. Rocco a little out of shape, but hangs on to the top spot and claims the win in the Tiger A feature. Green flag is up. Dom Harrison, Mason Summers, and it's Mason Summers that gets the jump in the outside lane. And will lead the field to turn 1. They nearly get together. There was a bit of contact with Dom Harrison trying to get back to the inside of Summers. Summers was a bit out of shape. That opened the door for Rocco Miller to take the second spot. 4 laps in the books. Summers, their leader, but Miller to the front. Rocco Miller to the race lead. But can he maintain the top spot? Here comes Connor Christmas up to second. Now Connor Christmas to the inside will take the race lead away from Rocco Miller. Connor Christmas to the top spot. Colton Gambacorta in second. From side-by-side racing for the 6th spot. Couple of karts hard into the outside wall. And a near head-on shot into the outside tires. Dom Harrison, one of the karts involved. A big hit for Tommy Foster. Apparently he's okay as they're trying to get the cart off of the tires. Here they come, 2 to go, and Gambacorta steps out of line. Connor Christmas throws a block up the front straightaway. Colton nearly to the infield. They both save it, and they're okay up the backstretch. Gambacorta back to the inside in turn 3. Connor Christmas trying to throw the block again. New leader at the start-finish line. Colton Gambacorta with 1 lap to go. Sophia Miller spins out of a spot in the top 10. She's okay as the leaders are racing up the back straightaway. Maybe caution comes out. Gambacorta in second has a big gap to close in on Connor Christmas, who's looking for yet another win in the Junior Outlaws as they come off of turn 4. Checkered flag is out. Connor Christmas picks up the race win, his 3rd of the season here in the Junior Outlaws. Much more even this time by as we go under the green flag and the start of our Senior Outlaw feature. Ian Nunes leads into turn number 1. Mark DeMauro Jr. to the outside. They fan out 3 wide further back. Here is O'Sullivan right to the inside of Sidney Cook and Thomas Picorni to take over the 4th spot. They go 3 wide for 5th further back. Cook to the outside of Dupuis. Also, Matt Vassar a part of that battle as well in the single O. The double O goes to the front of the field in turn number 1 for Casey O'Sullivan on Mark DeMauro Jr. Nunes in second. No change really from 3rd on back as they get tight. Now we have a couple of karts around, Sidney Cook being one of them. And the caution comes out. Back underway into the second half of the Senior Outlaw feature. Nunes immediately to the inside in turn number 1 on Casey O'Sullivan. New leader, Nunes goes to the point. They both drift up the racetrack. That opens the door for Dylan Houghton, who goes to the bottom. Goes from 3rd to 1st, but Sullivan comes back to the inside. O'Sullivan right back to the inside. Houghton back to the bottom. And about 4 lead changes in 1 lap right there for the Senior Outlaws as we have a spin mid-pack. 1 kart goes off into turn number 1. Solo spin, it looks like it's Nunes as they come back off the corner, crossing over each other again. Houghton back to the front, caution is out. Back underway, it was a mad scramble on the last restart. This one doesn't appear to be much different. Casey O'Sullivan to the inside of Dylan Houghton for the race lead, just in front of Ben Morrison and Ian Nunes. Casey O'Sullivan back to the point. Here's Houghton. O'Sullivan really tried to guard the bottom and really knocked off the momentum that Houghton had here on the front straightaway. Kind of slowed both of them and brought Morrison, Nunes, and Dupuis right back into the thick of things. Top 4 under a blanket. It is tight at the front of the field. O'Sullivan pulling away. May run out of time into turn number 3. Off of turn 4 they come. Casey O'Sullivan, for his 2nd consecutive week, wins the Senior Outlaw feature. Off of turn 4, looking for the green. There it is, and we are underway with our final feature event of the evening. Moran and Hall to turn number 1. See how long it takes the 75 of Hall to get to the lead. He's been fast much of the year, along with the 11 of Varga, who is in 3rd. Farrow, fairly new to this division. Moran, new tonight in kart 13, pushes wide to the exit of turn 2. opens the door for Frank Hull Jr. to take the top spot by the time they get to the end of the back straightaway. So Frank Hull Jr. looking for win number 2 on the season, takes the race lead. Jonathan Varga will have another shot at him in turn 2, a little bit of contact. Frank Hull Jr. hangs on to the car, hangs on to the lead. Here comes Jonathan Varga off the corner. Checkered flag is out, and it's going to be Frank Hull Jr. picking up his second win of the 2024 Pro 2 Modified season.